Let me get to hear Dr. Badaya's reaction to what he has said. We have just about 30 seconds to go, Dr. Melafia. Your reaction to what you heard Mr. Kabwe has said. What's the way out?
I have great respect for Ben. He's a true professional and a man of integrity, a public servant I regard very highly, but he's totally wrong, and he's the one being very sentimental. Let's look at the facts. The facts on ground, you are using 5 naira out of every 10 naira that you have to service your debt. And the IMF are telling you that, oh no, they're clapping for you, you are fine because your GDP to debt ratio is one of the lowest in West Africa. Who are you competing with in West Africa? None of these countries are worth anything. You should be competing with Brazil, Indonesia, and the rest. Those are our real comparators. And we don't have a debt crisis. Yes, I wouldn't use the word crisis, but we have a debt problem. Anybody that is using 5 naira out of every 10 naira he earns just to pay back his loans, and a lot of these loans he's been borrowing for consumption, for feeding, is a compound fool indeed. I'm sorry to use that language. And our situation, look, I'm not saying they shouldn't borrow, but let's have all the records and analytics of what has been done with all the money borrowed. I mean, $80 billion? That's not a joke. Our infrastructure needs are very huge vis-a-vis dwindling revenue. Depending on who you listen to, in fact, our infrastructure deficit in terms of funding would require something like $60, $70 billion every year if we were really to meet our needs. And of course, if you look at it, our budget is never more than 9, 10 billion, trillion, never more than $25 billion. So the gap is very huge. So nobody is debating that. And we have to be realistic that a lot of this gap is going to have to be filled through borrowing, whether internal or external. What I want to say, first of all, is that what is happening is very alarming. The government inherited a low debt exposure of probably not more than $5 to $7 billion, not up to $7 billion actually in 2015. Now it is $84 billion. $84 billion. That's 25 trillion naira. It's a staggering amount. And you ask yourself, what has this money really been used for? And I find it staggering and very alarming.